So Katie and Audrey, if you're listening, I've been doing a great deal of thinking about the characteristic of a true church versus a false church. And I think it really all centers around the full deity of Christ as he walked the earth. So I title this message, The Deity of Christ. If there's one thing that people disagree on more, really than any other, it would have to be the deity of Christ. They may believe that Christ is God, but when you quiz some of these people, they believe that he was a God or one God of many. But if you take the Bible literally, it teaches quite clearly, even though it may offend us, that Christ was and is God of God. I mean, John 1, it says in the beginning, that is, was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Greek doesn't say was a God, but was God. And God assumed human flesh. He took on flesh and dwelt among us. And clearly, when Christ was in the flesh, he did things that only God could do, like forgiving sins. And he didn't just forgive them on a personal basis, like I would forgive your sins. He forgave them exhaustively. Only God can do that. And of course, you have John 8:58. Jesus said, while he was in the flesh again, before Abraham was, not I was. That's not what the Greek says. I am. So he literally was and is Yahweh, or was Yahweh among us. He was the I am walking among us. And of course, the big clincher is Colossians 2:9, which states unequivocally that all the fullness of God dwelled in the Son in bodily form. Now, I know that offends some people because they want to think that somehow Christ gave up some of his divinity as he walked the earth, but nothing could be further from the truth. And of course, here's the most obvious point that I will make in this message, and that is, if Jesus was not fully God, his death would not have been fully sufficient. Is that not obvious? For only God could satisfy the requirements of God. So it all centers around, I think, the full deity of Christ as he walked the earth. That's really what determines, in my book, a true church as opposed to a false church. Some good food for thought for both of you. God bless you.